And in dramas like this, you don't want to get too attached to any of the characters because you're gonna get like one of those Walking Dead syndromes. Your favorite characters just might end up dying. This has to be the worst ending ever. After a strong start to the first 6 episodes, Duty After School gave us a refreshing take on the alien invasion genre and gave us hope. Hope that we have something different. It had a mix of All of Us Are Dead and Sweet Home, and it had so much potential. But the ending? Did this actually happen in the webtoon series? We all know what happens when creators diverge from the source material.
Best season ever!
The story did a great job pulling us into the world, getting us invested into some of the characters. It started to fall apart during the prison episodes. Can anyone be really that dumb to let an inmate out? I don't even want to go there. But when Young-soo starts to lose his mind over the cancellation of the college exams, there wasn't one smart person in his group that could have at least noticed how unhinged he was. This entire sequence when So-yoon gets knocked out unconsciously by just falling on some table was absolutely ridiculous. And then Konira shows up to seemingly come in for the rescue and gets killed was absolutely nonsensical. Nothing made sense. You don't turn your freaking back on someone that just assaulted an unconscious person. Did anyone in the production team have any common sense? The group then finally settles in an abandoned school to rest. So-yeon is telling Jung-soo about what she remembers, yet they decide to keep it quiet. Let's go ahead and not even worry whether it's true or not. Let's not tell anyone about it and just go about our merry way. Makes no sense. Then there was that crazy dream Cheol had, with everything going back to normal before the invasion. Definitely lost my mind and had flashbacks of Lost.
It's supposed to be you.
But then to see the annihilation of almost everyone was the biggest shock of them all. It felt like the show wanted to rip your heart out and spit it right back at you. I don't know if it's more shocking or just disappointing. The group had finally come together after surviving so many encounters with the spheres, even overcoming personal disputes. And I was really falling in love with Yeonbora and Noesol's relationship, how they came to trust each other and become friends. And then to see the heartbreaking moments with her dying as she holds onto Isol's hands. Okay, I get the messaging and the themes that they were trying to go for here, about mental illness, even assault, and that we're our own worst enemies and humans really suck, but the way they executed this was absolutely horrendous. If the creators wanted to push everyone's buttons and go for the shock factor, then they did a really good job. I think everyone, including myself, maybe most of you, really hated and was really disappointed by this ending. And I thought Love Alarm 2 was the worst ending of them all. This might just take the cake. Now I watch this on Viki and I read the comments sometimes, and the biggest thing that stood out to me was, what was the point? What was the point on going through these final episodes and having it end like this? You would think that after all of the things that they've been through, you'd think that somebody there, or not, if not all of them, would be smart enough to do something about anything that is happening in front of them. I had really hoped that Duty After School was going to be an amazing drama at the end, but man, I really do regret sticking all the way through. But as I try to make sense of it all, is there a silver lining in terms of why the show ended this way, why the story ended this way? And if you know anything about the webtoon series, please leave the comments in the section below, because I'd love to know if that's how it ended too. I highly doubt it. I really did want the show to be successful, and maybe on the other side of things they really had to push on those themes and try to teach everyone a lesson. I would never know because we're not in an alien invasion, or I've never been in that situation. So who knows how that might actually go in terms of the mental aspects of that type of situation. Students being pulled into duty and being put into a war situation like that. But does it have to be in a show such as this, where you're trying to give hope in a hopeless situation, but at the end you just like rip everyone's heart out? But I'd love to know what you thought about Duty After School. Did you like it? Were you as disappointed as I was? Leave your comments in the section below. Leave us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap that bell so you know when we post new videos. And once again guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.